Alright, here's some aerators, well, that I own. There's obviously different ones out there. This is your typical, I call it the old school three-wheeled aerator. Now you got ones that, instead of the narrow front wheel, it's a single drum or a split drum to help you turn. Or you have them now where they kind of look like a modified lawnmower with four wheels, which is a heck of a lot nicer than the single wheel that makes the machine want to tip over. And this is a core aerator. I mean, here are the cores. Now, there's some brands out there now that you can change out the drum. You can add more spikes. You can add more core spikes. So in one pass, you could do like a double pass at once because you have double the spikes. You can put slicing blades in. You could just put solid rods in, depending on what kind of aerating you want to do. That's certain models are like that now. This one's obviously the older model. This is what you have. That's it. This is typically what you can find for a rental. But again, some of them now have four wheels instead of the three-wheeled like this one. It's better on slopes. This one likes to tilt on a slope, or if you hit a hole, it likes to go down on one of the front corners, and you kind of end up going for a ride with it if you're holding on to it too tight. But for a typical rental, that's what you have. Typical core aerator. Now you can get tow behind ones. This is another version of a tow behind one. This one, I hate to say, it sits outside, so I didn't want to get a really expensive one and then it sits outside and gets ruined very fast. Hence why right now I have this one. Now it does have a modified core plug style. Now some people might say, oh no, it doesn't work that well, it's not the same. I get the same depth core out of this that I do that machine. The only thing is this machine, with the extra weights on it, if I have hard soil, it does work better. This unit, I can add more weight to it, but it does have its limitations because the frame can only hold so much weight. So if you overload it and twist the frame, now you're out the whole machine. So this one, again, you can get other tow behinds that you can add more of the coring spikes. You can add blade spikes, so on and so forth, to kind of match what you're trying to do depending on your situation. I have seen some of these as rentals, obviously different brands that are a lot more expensive. So depending on who you're renting from and how the area is, you might have this as an option, or you just have the typical walk behind one. So that varies on where you are. Now another one is this little thing right here. Now this one has the spikes on it. You just push on it, use your foot. I like to use this in small spots that I can't get any of the other aerators into, like in between stepping stones, if they have just some kind of walkway with random pieces of slate or something throughout the lawn. I use this to get in between. But that's a spiking aerator, which that is also certain soil types. Everybody says certain ones work. If you have a really loose sandy soil, a core aerator can work, but the holes kind of fill in very quick. So a spike aerator is a little bit easier to use in that situation, from what some people say. I haven't experienced really sandy soil. I've experienced heavy clay soil, like this one I just aerated, and this is what I'm typically dealing with. So other aerators that are out there there's one called a aerator, which is a spike aerator, and they're on a cam, so it shakes. So as it goes into the ground, they say it fractures the soil. I haven't gotten the pleasure of using one yet. Some people say it works great. and other people say it's a joke. I haven't personally used it, so I can't say yay or nay. There's other ones that they're similar to the Bluebird, but they call them pluggers, and the spikes are actually on a camshaft that goes straight down, where this is on a drum and it rolls, so you get not a straight hole, but kind of an angle going in, then a deep hole, and then an angle coming out as it rolls out. The pluggers just go straight up and down, so you get a nice, clean, precise hole. There's some that are configured like this, and then there's other ones. I think it's Billy Goat Company has one that it looks really weird just because of the way that they have it set up, and the spikes are at the front of the machine, the engine's at the back, like a snow blower kind of controls and everything. It goes a lot slower, but you have that precise hole. For some people, that's what they want. Again, that's up to the individual person. But these are the machines that I have to at least kind of show you if you're looking for an idea of what to do, or you've never done this before. You have a tow behind with a modified spike core aerator, a traditional core aerator. Even though this is a handheld unit for small yards or tight spaces, this is a spiked aerator, which would either come on a drum. Most of them do. So there's other ones also that they're called a spoon aerator, that it just has literally a spoon shaped spike that it just goes in and digs out literally just a little scoop out of the ground. It's not very deep, but they are out there. And of course, there's always people that'll say, "Oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. It has to be a certain style." As long as you're getting good cores, that's all that matters. So hopefully this helps you if you're looking for an aerator. With the tricycle wheel, just be prepared. It can throw you around, so just be ready, and don't be afraid to just let it go if it starts to get out of control. All right, thanks.